Now let me ask you a question, and be honest, just between us. Have you ever circled a parking lot for 10 minutes, hunting for the absolute closest spot to the entrance of the gym? You know, the place you're about to go inside to walk on a machine for 30 minutes? If you said yes, congratulations, you're not alone. You're a proud member of the planet's most fascinating species, the human. A creature that can build rockets to go to Mars, but will also drive a 2-minute distance to get to a gym, to pay a monthly fee, to walk in place. It makes no sense, right? No, scratch that. It makes a hilarious amount of sense, and that's the beauty of our brain. It's this brilliant supercomputer, but sometimes its operating system runs on what I like to call loophole logic. We obsessively optimize the tiny, absurd things so we can feel better about the bigger picture. We drive to save 2 minutes of walking, only to spend 30 minutes walking on a machine. And this gym logic doesn't stop at the gym door. Oh no, it creeps into every corner of our lives, especially in the world of ambitious young people. Let's talk about work and productivity. You know the feeling. You decide, okay, this week I'm going into beast mode. And what do? You don't start the work. No, that would be too simple. Instead, you spend 3 hours researching 15 different note-taking apps. You watch 5 YouTube videos comparing Notion to Asana. You buy an expensive planner and a 24-pack of pastel highlighters. You organize your desk so perfectly that a Zen master would nod in approval. At the end of the day, you look at your work, a perfectly color-coded to-do list where the first and only completed item is make a to-do list. A masterpiece of productivity. You feel like you've done a lot, but you've actually done nothing. You just drove to the career gym. You've aced the preparation, you've nailed the warm-up, but you completely skipped the actual workout. Or how about diet and health? This one's a classic. You walk into a burger joint, look at the menu, and tell yourself, I'm going to be healthy today. So you order a triple bacon cheeseburger, extra cheese drenched in a questionable special sauce, and a Diet Coke. Because balance, right? Our brain just performed a spectacular feat of mental gymnastics. It found one tiny loophole, the sugar-free soda, to justify the entire caloric avalanche that came before it. It's like going for a 5-minute jog after eating an entire large pizza and telling yourself, well, I tried. We're not buying food, we're buying absolution. We're buying the feeling that we made one smart choice in a sea of very, very unwise ones. Or buying that $300 juicer to make green juices you could buy for $5, or better yet, just eat the vegetable. We love the idea of being healthy more than the actual act of it. And in the digital age, this logic gets even more sophisticated. Let's be real. Is your Watch Later playlist on YouTube longer than the Lord of the Rings trilogy extended editions combined? Is your browser suffocating under 157 tabs of super important articles you're definitely going to read later? You've saved hundreds of articles on self-improvement, investing, and learning new skills to your Pocket app. We've become digital hoarders, information collectors. We have entire libraries in our pockets, but we never actually step inside to read a book. The act of saving gives us a little dopamine hit, a sense that, okay, I've captured this knowledge. It's here, safe in my collection. But we're just building a gym for our brain and never stepping on the treadmill. We're collecting the equipment without ever working out. So why do we do this? Why does our brain, an organ designed for survival and efficiency, trick itself in such an adorable way? Maybe it's because the real thing is hard. Walking to the gym requires immediate effort. Starting a huge project is intimidating. Saying no to a delicious burger is painful. Instead, our brain looks for the shortcut. Not a shortcut to the result, but a shortcut to the feeling that we're on the right path. Buying the planner is easier than doing the project. Hitting save is easier than reading and digesting a 3,000-word article. Ordering a Diet Coke is easier than ordering a salad. These are the bite-sized, digestible versions of the massive goals we set for ourselves. They're the sweet little lies we tell ourselves to feel better about our own magnificent procrastination. And companies know this. They're not selling you hard work. They're selling you the feeling of a fresh start, the promise of a better you, all wrapped up in an app, a product, a membership. Realizing this isn't about beating ourselves up or feeling bad. It's the opposite. It's about having a good laugh at our own lovable absurdity. It's about recognizing that our brain, as smart as it is, has some hilarious bugs in its programming. And maybe just being aware of it is the first step. So the next time you're about to buy a new tool to get productive or save another article for later, just stop for a second and ask yourself, am I actually about to get on the treadmill, or am I just looking for a really, really good parking spot? What about you? What's your funniest driving to the gym to walk moment? Let me know in the comments below. Modern life is full of human logic errors, and we just deciphered them with a bit of satirical humor using stick figures. Now it's your turn. Leave a comment and tell us, what is the slightly funny normal thing people do that makes absolutely no sense? Thanks for watching on Logic Loop, where humorous life logic meets animated commentary. If this got you thinking, leave a comment, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe for more fun videos about modern life using easy-to-understand stick figures. See you in the next video.